Hello? Yeah, the Legend of Zelda game too looks really fun. Um I I don't actually know if it's something um remade or not, cuz that is like way beyond me. Um it might be. I feel like I recognize that title. But at the same time, I'm absolutely not sure. Oh, also, you only have until Thursday at 2:59 p.m. GMT to do the Dragon Quest crossover event. And that requires some faith grinding, so you know, y'all should probably get that done today or tomorrow. Agreed. It's really nice that it wasn't just a one-time thing. Oh, I can put up my face, I guess. But also, I really want to be excited about like first-party titles, but Nintendo has made it very clear that they hate everyone who like plays all their franchises. So I don't know, dude. I don't know. Also, we don't know why, but please, if you're gonna be playing Final Fantasy during the early access and launch period, go park your character in at an inn or some other functional bed. It's also super stupid that we don't have functional beds for housing. That is one of the dumbest things I think we've ever encountered. What the fuck was that? Oh, okay. Sure. Price adjust. Fuck you, what? Also, when competing with market board bots and undercuts and everything, make sure that you set yourself a lower, lowest price, because you will drive yourself and all your goods into the ground. See, like, fucking look at this. What's even the point, dude? But also, it's a tough sell, so, you know. What you also can do, if you don't have that much playtime, is it's fairly easy to figure out who the bots are. And then you just drive them into the ground. And then you buy their shit, and then you adjust the price back up. That is an option. I may or may not have done that when I was... I don't think we need them. And also, I got this, like, way too late. Oh yeah, I actually need to check my minion guide. Which page would that even be? Oh, never mind. I have it. To the ocular. We have to go speak to Themis in the Inside Out. Oh, so that's what this does. I was wondering. We talked about this at length when. Also, I think I don't know once to raid. Hey, create mode. What up? How are you today, dude? But I had to contain my surprise for the sake of appearances, but is it true that you two have met Larbra in the flesh? Find you more fascinating by the moment. Still, I shall refrain from asking too many questions. Secrets will make our journey all the more intriguing. We'll come to know each other in time, I wager. Or else, why would fate have orchestrated our meeting? Any case, let us be off. Be off. Truth be told, this will be my first time beholding the fabled pandemonium with my own eyes. Here's to a new adventure, eh? To the inside out, upside down. This is starting to get confusing. Whoa. It's as much as I feared. Speaker seemed in such high spirits that for a moment I thought the ethereal irregularities not nearly so grave a portent as I had imagined. Last was fleeing in vain hope. Okay, you can start talking normal again now. You were much cooler when you were talking normal, and I could actually fucking read what you were saying. To get on this complex network of chains and wards, the untrained eye might not sense anything right. I'm assuming that's what that is. I've actually never seen the word. I'm so tired. I'm a little depressed that my meds don't work. I'm not over that yet. But we have raids, so you know. Do your Dragon Quest crossover event if you haven't already. Yay, depression! Huzzah! No effort has been spared in making this place impenetrable. This place is amazing as far as like design goes. It's like, fuck yeah, I feel a horrible thing. Yeah. Finest of Masterworks is not without its flaws, however. Someone or something is tampering with the protections. It is working from within, eroding them from the inside out. Fear not, there is no immediate danger. I reinforced what protections I could the moment we arrived. This will not put an end to whatever is occurring, but it shall at least serve to slow its progress. One small victory, though the road ahead of us is yet long. Yes, powerful forces are at work here. Silence in the air speaks volumes. While I did not expect a bustling facility, I see not a single warder. Our first course of action should be to seek out wherever they may be. However, there is something you must know. Oh my days. Magic I wove upon entering requires my constant awareness. That is to say, if we are forced to fight, I cannot risk joining you in battle. Should I lose focus, Pandemonium's protections will rapidly crumble before the force assailing them. Were there another way, I would gladly choose it. But let us at least be grateful that neither of us is here alone, trapped in hopeless circumstances. If we should fail to find a peaceable solution, then I hope I can rely on your strength to see us through. Of course. I didn't even check the other option. Thank you for offering your help so willingly. If weapons are drawn, I hope to be able to lend at least a touch of magical support. Creation magics do have their uses in that regard. I had it in mind to use your ether as basis for illusory allies that will fight at your side. Perhaps 7 shall do. Not exactly an army, but by the looks of you, a formidable band nonetheless. Also, can't I just, like, whip out the crystal and be like, "Oh, weary traveler, come to me"? And so shall it be. Now, what I wonder awaits us in... Now what, I wonder, awaits us in Pandemonium's pitiless halls? Also, how fucking far away from where you exist is this grotty place? Yeah, it's dark in here. We either have to be really small or not a fan. Stop fucking blinking, dude. There we go. Ba -ba -ba -ba. That, good luck. Ugh. Dude, I remember they teased this to us when we were waiting for an Endwalker. Which, I'll be completely honest, this place it looked so much bigger. With like Yoshida's tiny ass little character. Do. Are we there yet? First circle. I have a feeling that on my way. Yeah, no, I have my social tab open so I can see when you log in. How far can I waddle in this before I get in trouble? Do I get in trouble? No, I think we can just not progress. They locked me out. Let me in. Nope. Yeah, apparently I'm not allowed to. I can invite you to the novice network or try to target you, apparently. That's all I'm allowed to do. There we go. I have a feeling we're gonna die lots. Well, not we. I am gonna die lots. Save them. Why must? War. Orders we seek, but I'm afraid is it. Dude. I fucking hate the flying text in cutscenes in this game. They're way too fast. Look at all the cool people. Whoa! That looked like trouble. What the fuck does this mean? Help? Whoa. This one, maybe? I have no idea what the fuck's going on. Is it opposite thing? Is that what's going on? It's opposite thing. I got there in the end. I will take... Oh, no. I'm still alive? Oh, come on. You know, I should probably look at my timers. I'm supposed to be over here. Oh. Do I care though? Do I care though? Is there cool gear from this? Is it pretty? You know, I'm just gonna roll for all of it. I feel like, besides almost dying, because I wasn't paying attention for like a second, I think I did okay. It's like, it's one of those strange things where it's like, it is difficult, but it isn't difficult, if that makes sense. Like, this game is a game that is this difficult, but it isn't difficult. Because like 95% of it is just don't stand in this stuff. Oh, thanks YouTube for letting me know that I am live. Great work. Cloudberry agree. Yeah, no, I'm thinking like in general. I'm thinking in general. Yeah, there's always like one weird gimmicky thing in every raid. Like the fucking... Actually, the Omega raids have several. Because you have the weirdness with the train. And then you also have the that coloring book section. That actually has 2 tiers of gimmick. Oh, and then the fuck. What's they called? The Kefka fight with the question marks turning the thing around, which is like, it's kind of obvious, but it's also kind of not. If you're a first timer in there, it always sucks. I was lucky that the first time I was in there, someone was like, if the thing is question marks, stand opposite of what you think. Which was very helpful. But it's very rare that someone sneaks into a raid as like blind first timer and says it out loud. Most people are like, yeah, I don't know what went wrong. I just kind of tripped and fell and now I'm dead somewhere, and never happened before. And it's the same explanation every time. It's like, oh yeah, no, I totally forgot about this mechanic. Shit. And then I fall off a thing and chat is always full of wee. Because, you know, I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, that is something I've been wanting to ask chat, because like we all play here. Wee mechanics are the best. Well, you know, I always get myself knocked off stage at least once. But yeah, question I have for Final Fantasy players: do you have like a canon reason for why your character ends up being like the savior of the universe? Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about my character too. And they're like, um, they they don't actually know how the fuck to say no to things, and they're like, ooh, adventure, shiny, and it just through a series of unfortunate events ends up saving everything. Oh, I briefly talked about this yesterday, but there's this article from PC Games Network or something, and it annoyed me to the point where I want to rant about it again today. They have this. Wait, let me. Am I allowed to pop out chat and set a... No. Wait, why can I not lock windows, like normal windows, to always on top? This is stupid. Why are you like this? No, wait. I have a solution for this. Believe it or not, there is actually a solution to this. Aha! Okay, so this article, Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail finally fixing one of the worst things in MMOs. Also, I think it's auto translated, because that headline makes no sense with how it's spelled. There is a lot of errors. Anyway. This first paragraph, I ranted about this for I think 20 or 30 minutes yesterday, and we're about to go on an adventure again now. Enjoy. Or don't. That's okay. There's one big issue that's always meant I could never properly get stuck into any MMOs. I'm the chosen one, I'm told, the only person who can save the world from some impending doom. All rests on my shoulders. Well, if that's the case, why are there 20 other people around me being told the exact same thing by the lying quest-giving NPC? It completely shatters my immersion. Final Fantasy XIV's Dawn Trail fixes that issue. Okay, first off, fuck you. Secondly, that makes sense for a lot of other MMOs. Final Fantasy's entire shtick is that it's all adventurers. Like, there is no hocus pocus. We're not the special foretold magical being that will save the universe. We're just some random motherfucker who wants to see the world. It's like, it is so canon that your personal MSQ will actually thank the other players. And mind you, you have to choose a militia in the beginning because you need help. Yeah, in a game about adventurers coming together, you have to ask for help because your character isn't special. Who'da thunk? Fuck this guy, or whatever. I mean, I think the feature is cool, but it's not cool for this reason. The feature is cool because it makes it so your quest-giving NPC sticks out more. Because the people, like, closer to the... And you can set the radius. So it's like... And you can also set that a completely, like, other player characters completely disappear when you interact with them. And that is what I will be doing with my game. But it's not because immersion. No. The entire story of Final Fantasy XIV is that it's just random ass fuckwit adventurers. We have to register as an adventurer to go on adventures. It's like the first fucking 5 minutes of this game is like, yeah, so you're not that special, but we have some shit you can do. It's the entire thing. It thanks other players when you save the world. It's like, thanks to you and your adventuring group of people, we're able to, like... Oh man, this annoys me. And then we fight God. Yeah, basically. But it's like it's the entire game's premise is that you're not special. Well, you're special because you're your own character, but it's through the power of friendship that you're able to do everything that you're doing, with the exception of the few things that you do as solo fights, because that is your own solo achievements. But everything else is like so focused on, like, you have to be a group. We even have a canon device to summon adventurers from across the realm to help us. Because adventurers can't do it alone. We fight several gods. We've fought so many gods, dude. We're not allowed to call them gods, but you know, that's what they are. But it's, I don't know. This article pissed me off so much I couldn't actually finish the article. Because, like, they've completely missed the entire point of Final Fantasy XIV. Because the entire world doesn't rest upon your shoulders alone. It's like always call forth adventurers from different realms and different realities and different places to help you do the thing. I'm so mad about that, dude. It is unhealthy. And it's like... I mean, it is completely possible that I'm the stupid one. And, I haven't understood anything. But I will say that it feels like through all the time I've spent in this game, which is, I don't know, 2,500 hours now, it always feels like it is a team effort. And we have several instances of canon events of people either, like, even the fucking Echo, that is like our plot device, isn't unique to us. And we know it's not unique to us because it's fucking known to everyone that it exists. And also, people manipulate it like fucking Emmett did. He started a whole ass new wave of adventurers in the Upside Down. To bring forth the rejoining. So, like, there is actually, with the exception of our, like, fashion choices, there is nothing like story-driven special about us in a way that, like, truly matters. I think that is what makes Final Fantasy XIV so goddamn unique, is that everything you do is a team effort. And that only through the power of friendship. No, I mean that they can be. That's the entire... Dude, that's the entire point of this game. Have you not been paying attention for the last 10 minutes? That's the entire point. They can be, and they will help each other be better. And you know, I know. Oh, but it's like, I don't know. We're a hero because, or at least how it feels like to me, is that we're the heroes of our story because it's our story. We're not the heroes of our story because the universe tells us that we are the heroes of the story. Does that make sense? Like, we are the fabled warrior of light in our story, but we're not the soul god-slaying adventurer. And it's very clear that we're not the only, or at least it was to me, or it feels like that to me, that we're not, like, there's an emphasis on us not being the only one who can do shit. I don't know how anyone else feels about it, but I do feel very strongly about it. And I'm kind of sorry. Not very sorry, but just a little bit. Alright, what up, nerd? I was a thrilling display. And if I may be so, one thing, Warriors I spun from your ether fall out even more splendidly than I had anticipated. Suppose they were cut from excellent cloth after all. Aww. Should wait until this man regains his senses and wears the robes of a warder, and I would be very curious to know what drove him to attack us sight unseen. Is that how you use sight unseen? He stirs. Hey, bud. How are you feeling? What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation and anger. I leapt at you, though I knew naught of your intentions. Pray accept my apologies and my thanks. Had you not knocked some sense back into me, I may have fallen upon someone less capable of defending themselves. There is not a single thought in that mind. I am something that I cannot fucking pronounce. Order of Pandemonium's highest layer. And the place we're in now. Okay. I am not even gonna try to pronounce that. One must wonder, why were you so desperate to keep us out? What is happening in Pandemonium? Creations and turns within. Asphodelos, maybe? Have we ever heard these names pronounced? Have been set free and stalk its halls to no end but violence. That is not good. No shit, dude. Has this ever happened before? What kind of question is that? No, never. Each level of Pandemonium is under in charge of a keyword who keeps strict control over the most minute aspects of their domain. They're selected with great care, and their loyalty to Master Lawbrea is absolute. Yeah, see, there's your problem. Yet something has gone terribly wrong. Try as we might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized that I had become separated from my colleagues. Remember a chorus of whispers assailing my senses, and afterwards only flashes of rage and fury. Then blackness, from which I awoke to find that whatever had come over me had overcome me was gone. See, your senses may have been muddled by magics that affect them. Can't someone give this guy fucking Captain Obvious award? Perhaps the self-same ones that saw you separated from the other warders. Amber had taken hold of me. Thank you for releasing me from its clutches. You've come here from the surface. Must mean some word of our plight has reached the outside world. If you know anything that may help, pray tell. Dude, I hate when games do that. They're like, we get an explanation, and then the next person who talks just repeats the thing. Horror among horrors. So Pandemonium's protections are indeed being dismantled from within. By the same individual or individuals that released its captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Such knowledge avails us little, however, if we cannot ascertain their identity. Famous, was it? I don't know, maybe. You said you work for an organization under the auspices of the convocation. Were they to receive word of what has transpired here, what measures would they take? They'd nuke all of it from orbit. Doubtless they would consider this place to be a lost cause. Told you. Pandemonium's ties to the outside world would be severed, or perhaps it would be wiped from existence entirely. Dude, it's almost like I've played this game for like a quarter of a year in playtime. As I thought. Were the creatures to escape into the outside world, there would be untold carnage. Words of Labrel would never risk that, despite what value the research subjects may hold. All the more reason to work with haste. If we can't expect further help, then it falls upon me to save the others. Not leave them behind. Then don't. You would go alone? Won't leave the other warders to face certain doom. No, they fight for survival even now. They wouldn't abandon their duty. They would see the creatures return to their cells at all cost. So must I do the same. Famous, I know the request I'm about to make of you is a monumental one, but please, say not a word of this to the convocation until I've been given a chance to set things right. Forgive my rudeness, but my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. Only be consigning yourself to an early death. Strength of resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds. Isn't that what we've been doing for like a decade? Relying on brute force and hopes and dreams. That being said, our investigation has only just begun, and we would be remiss to turn back ere we've made an exhaustive survey. So, for the time being, there is slightly more than resolve to rely upon. You would be all too eager to join us. Also, if we had a dialogue option to be like rock and like the convocation thing is a little too it's too little too late, that'd be funny. But no. Each moment since you fell from the skies has been more interesting than the last. More and more you remind me of my dear friend. Which goes some way toward encouraging me that this matter will yet reach a satisfactory conclusion. So, you agreed to help? No shit. For the moment, our goals align. The protective magics of Pandemonium yet hold, so for the moment, time is in our favor. Let us proceed upon the course you have set us upon. Themis and Omega, yes? Thank you. Orders owe you a great debt already. Shall be glad to have someone familiar with Pandemonium's halls by our side. A party of 3 is ever so much more entertaining than a pair of 2. Now let us turn our attention to rescuing your colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates in case any have followed you out. That makes sense, kinda. Dude, I've been fascinated by this area since we I think determination is the one I have the least of. Not that it matters, because it's 9s and not 10s. Oh, so much reading. Oh, did we get the... No, we did not get the dialogue from the cutscene. Cool. Next fight, dude, you calm down. Because I wanna step outside and grab a smoke. Because it's fucking warm in here. And I don't like warm. No. Dude, I'm like 2,500 in debt right now. I do not have any money for anything. Well, yes, but actually no. Because all the doors rattle when I open windows. So I like kind of have to air out between like sit down sessions. And it's really annoying sound that like clicks. Over the mic, and it's awful to listen to. Yeah, there is some weirdness in this apartment. Like, for instance, I can barely hear the washing machine. But for some reason, the way it rumbles is getting picked up by my microphone to the point where like I am completely quiet. I have no idea what causes it. You can't fucking hear the machine anywhere else in the apartment. Like standing next to it, you can't hear it. But it makes a rumbling across this microphone that makes it impossible to hear anything else. I don't know. It's weird. Shit's fucked. So there's a ton of stuff I can't, like... I've been used to doing, like, house chores and stuff while I stream. Can't do that anymore. Because, everything makes, like, ridiculous noise. The fuck was that? Anyway, I'm gonna go grab a smoke. If you want to do some dailies, you go do some dailies, and I'll scream when it's time to go into the next thing. Hi channel, what up? Yeah, I've wanted to sound treat this corner to some extent. I don't think I'm going to because it's really expensive, and I don't see any noticeable benefits coming from it. Because like I'm not sitting in front of a wall here. I'm sitting in front of like open space. I've made a cutoff into a room. So this room that I'm in is not a room. It used to be a room. It used to be a hallway. But they knocked the wall down, and because it's more usable space if it's open. But yeah, so it's like it's open straight through to the living room. So I could base trap the corners and stuff, and that would probably do a good bit of sound deadening in here, like in regards to neighbors and stuff, but also like I kind of want to treat the ceiling slightly. But also it's not that echoey, so who cares? I still need to figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to put on this wall, because it's naked and I don't like it. But y'all listen to the world, because I can't be bothered with the copyright strikes and stuff. Yeah, I think putting down like some kind of rug behind me and maybe treating the ceiling with like the Elgato panels, maybe, would probably be all that I would need to do here. Because like I'm buffered on all sides. I can explain this when I come back. I'll go smoke. See y'all in a bit. Hello. What's up, nerds? What you doing? Up. We got we got some reading to do. Also, I'm not mad about this. Tasty frames. Okay, what are we getting from here? More stuff. Hi, bud. A sound can be heard from within, which means neither creature nor warder has made it this far. We should begin forming a plan to save them at once. Give me if I understand, but do you mean to rescue the warders and creations both? Naturally. Although they may be dangerous, they're valuable research subjects. I wouldn't see our labor or untold hours of study go to waste. There's a lowbrow would smile to hear you say such a thing. Is if we had cause to report this incident to him. Yeah, I'll scream. Smile? Not sure his face is capable of such warmth. So you have met him before? I was under the impression he rarely visited Pandemonium. I have, yes. My mentor was the previous head of this facility. That is to say, Laura Brown's predecessor in the position of Chief Keyword. Oh. Name was Athena. And she was a researcher with the words. It was she who appointed me to this position, in fact. See. Did not know there was a chief keyword before Law Brown. Motivation to save your research subjects is not entirely driven by duty to the words, then. You wish to also preserve the work of your mentor. Give the right a bit. Lacking in ideas of how to go about that, however, I'm a mere warder and cannot wield interment magics. Ah, but of course, I can hardly expect you to be versed in the magics we use here. If you recall, during our battle earlier, I bound you in ethereal shackles. You did? Okay. Torment is a more refined and powerful magic based upon the same principles. While both are used to keep our subjects docile, only the keyword of each tier is permitted to use interment. Even if I were allowed, I lack the aptitude to use the spell to any notable effect. Fascinating. Have some knowledge of these forms of spellcraft, actually. Laura himself established their foundation, if I recall. While shackles are meant to bind an object in place for a short time, interment freezes the very space around it for as long as the caster wills. That seems like something that would be very useful. Indeed. While the illusory beings you summoned in our fight suggested as much, so your knowledge of magic is vast. Perhaps you've already mastered the art of interment, and I've been lecturing you like a child all this time. I'm afraid my knowledge ends there. I have not a precise understanding of how the invocations interact with natural laws that would be needed to cast said spells with any consistency. While I consider myself well versed in various magics, I would be ill-advised to assume the duties of keyword without instruction. That being said, if I were to learn more of interment and its inner workings, perhaps. Oh, you have order standing in front of you. Leave the fighting to me. You two can figure out the rest. That sounds about right. I dare say we can do just that. I am not gonna even try. You implied that what prevented you from performing interment was lack of magical capacity. What if I supplemented your power with my own? Would the spell succeed then? I can't say for certain. I've never heard of such a thing being done. Believe may be our best recourse. That is, of course, assuming you can perform the initial rites and incantations flawlessly. Even the smallest misstep, and we would have to start over. Needn't worry about that. I've seen the spells cast so many times that their motions have been burned into my memory. I won't disappoint. Alright, well. Let us work out the specifics afterwards. Once we do, we can test out our methods on one of the escaped creatures. Though I suppose there is the matter of finding one. Would be foolish to rush in blindly lest we find ourselves surrounded with naught but an untested stratagem at our disposal. I would prefer to engage a single creature that America could dispatch on her own if the spell were to go awry. I agree, and I may have an idea in that regard. I recall seeing the hippocampus wandering the waterways during my flight. Perhaps it's still there. A few of the subjects housed within Fodalos, maybe. I don't know. Are fond of water, and I believe will be able to engage the beast without fear of unwanted guests. then that shall be our first target, or perhaps subject is a better term. Before we commence with the interment magics, the creature should be weakened to a sufficient degree. I believe I can trust you with that task. Yes, we just light it on fire. As dependable as ever. Once you've given it trouncing, we shall bind this Evocampus with the keywords magic. Until then, my illusions shall fight by your side. We'll be alone, but it is a daunting opponent nonetheless. It's magic, perhaps the environment around it, and will be at home amidst the waterways. Steel yourself for a fight. Okay. More circles. No. Yes? Yes. Help! I can't believe that actually worked. Incredible. Wait, why would it give me first circle here and if second circle? Do you need anything before we go? Pop. I can't actually see the thing because I don't have that open on here. But I mean, everyone who's done with Endwalker and haven't raided yet are going to be doing this now. So it would probably not take that long to queue for it solo either. There is too many swirls in this cable. That was one too many. Gimme. Oh. Considering this is like full of world-ending doom, it's a really pretty place. Dude, I have that feeling about everywhere in this game. I don't actually know of a single location I don't like. Well, I have some personal issues with the clownery that is Yulmore, but that's because it's absolute clownery. But like, objectively, it's a really, really, really cool place. Like, every place in this game is so well designed. I wonder if we're gonna get a status report on like how close we are to getting everything upgraded as far as like the graphical update. I assume not a lot of things will change between like Endwalker and the graphical update. I think they will be like fairly close. We saw some concept stuff where it's like just more clutter and more variation in tile and stuff like that. But like there is a significant design difference between anything 6.xx related and like 2 to 4. So I hope we get a status update on like how far they are. I also really wonder how many people we're gonna see return. Oh, have you heard anything about like remainders of Re? If we have like known people who are coming back? Or do we not know? That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely not. That's what I did with several games. I still can't launch Fallout 4. Because of like burning myself absolutely to the ground with that game. Yeah, well, I assumed as much when he started logging back in. That's fair. I did partially leave for a while, so you know. But I think some of that was obviously my fault. But yeah, I've talked about it plenty. I took it very personally and very hard when our homeworld kind of collapsed. So I kind of needed a break. But I think that was healthy for me too, like taking that break. And getting adjusted to the fact that our homeworld will change. I think that was probably a healthy thing. I appreciate it. But yeah, no, the our homeworld collapsing, that I took a mental hit from that. And it was a serious one too. I tried to tough it out, but then we got like, it was just fewer and fewer and fewer people on, and now I have a friends list of like 110 people, where all of them are either on other servers or they haven't been seen in like 370 days. No, I know it's not my fault, but you know, I don't like change. I don't deal with change very well. All of them are on different servers. Yeah. It feels weird. Because like I spent so much time being active in like the new player side of things. Like that's the entire reason I was invited to the FC to begin with. I have a clip somewhere from like an old stream where you can see in chat Pau and Loki discussing having me join in Novice Network. Yeah, but okay, So part of that is that people burnt out on story, right? Because the entire thing about Final Fantasy and what has been like driving people to play every day is the first of all, the lack of like perpetual FOMO is one thing. Like, people want to log in, but there was no speculation to be had anymore. That is the biggest problem, and that is the thing I was talking about with Destiny recently, going into like kind of a maintenance mode. If they don't have like a clear path for content for people to like speculate about, they will collapse. That's what happened to the majority of players for in post Endwalker. There was nothing to look forward to, because everyone missed out on all the clues in the speech at the end. Sorry, I don't know if Fots is here or not, so I'm like trying to stay a little vague on the Endwalker story spoilers. But like that entire like, we know what the next two expansions are. Yo. Well, that thing is terrifying. No. Destroyed. Oh my days. Oh wait, that makes sense. Dude. No, wait. No, I don't particularly appreciate that. I'm gonna, yeah, I'm oh my days. Oh, you know what? I have no idea how I accidentally picked correctly, but I did. And, oh, no. Are you for cereal, dude? Hey, look at me go. Christ, I'm sorry. No, but I was definitely part of the problem. Always tip your healers. I'm rolling for everything. And I'm getting nothing. That's not true. I mean, it didn't really give me that many options. Because, like, everyone the ones who didn't have the thing, they kind of fucked off as well. So kind of had to slide out. Yeah, that's what I said. Always tip your healers. Sure, cast. How's that gonna help on the pit of doom? Yeah, but for the like purple thing. That's how I ended up there most of the time. Just sliding out of the way. Alright, bud, what's up? You are no mere mercenary, but to make such clean work of the hippocampus. Seasoned fighters scarcely have occasion to visit Pandemonium, let alone display their skills. Mastery takes all forms, indeed. Needless to say, our plan worked to perfection, in no small part thanks to you two. Demon's power was more than enough to complete the interment. Spellcasting was never my strong suit, but that almost made me feel like a proper Moss. Really? You've seen your abilities firsthand, and you're fine. I beg to disagree. Shackles is the one exception, and there's only because I've been forced to practice it since I was but a small child. Other magics leave me feeling completely out of my depth. Regardless, it seems luck is on my side to guide me to you. May prove the impossible possible after all. Maybe. I should actually check my stuff. Put some in. Correct it and I name. Oh yeah, we've seen more people come back. It's like it's slowly turning into more and more people. Yeah, some of it is people that have escaped and old re-members and a lot of people that I've spent like significant time hanging out with in gold saucer and stuff, and then like so many alts. There's so many people in here. Wasn't there a thing called something else? Has that collapsed too? This is confusing. But yeah, a lot of these are like, they're old members. This was like, I think it was like 90% almost. It was almost 90%. Members. Oh, look at that. Just people who promised to take me Savage rating who never did. Well, yeah, right now I could probably nuke the entire thing and start over. And, I don't know. It annoys me a little when you remove someone, they don't disappear from the other, you don't disappear from their friends list. That's stupid. These two characters, I think, went through both world hop and name changes, so I have no fucking clue who they are anymore. It'll fix some of it. Hey, that's the leader of what's left of Knights of Olog. They're cool. This is another LER alt. Linus I haven't seen on in forever, which is really sad because they were like I'm pretty sure they were load bearing to the Novice network. Lane I actually saw the other day. No, that's before you. They were like Novice network people. They weren't super active. But they would always show up if someone needed something. They were like the pinnacle of novice players, like novice chat players. Never asking any, never asking any questions, but like always answering or helping out. There is so many people in here, and I could probably clear most of them. But there's also people on here that is like really nice to be able to recognize them out in the wild. Also, this has to be one of the greatest names ever. They had a friend. I'm not sure if... No. They might have gone through a name change. But, Wi-Fi Extender used to hang out with someone who was... They were called either E-Girl something or something E-Girl. And it was like the dumbest name, but it was so funny. Also, Wi-Fi Extender is a wonderful name. Oh yeah, yeah, I can read my way through another one. Let's see. Fires of Creation. .5 AM wake up call. Oh. Ooh. Oh, that hurt my entire being just thinking about it. I was hoping I could finish all the first tier today. But I'm also not like super worried about it. Pondering the road ahead. Accept. It's just PTSD. All our success in sailing away the hippocampus is certainly heartening. The fact that we have yet to see any other warders concerns me. Keyword of asphodlos. I think that's what it is. Is nothing if not cautious. Doubtless he has gathered what warders he could and retreated to a safe area. Let us hope so. It occurs to me that I know little of the keywords besides their magical prowess. Is there aught more you can share? I want that mask. Of course. Man named Spiros is in charge of Asphodlos. Not only does he have thorough knowledge of the creatures here, but he takes great pains to be a mentor to each of the warders under his charge. He's done much to ensure that I flourished here in spite of my ineptitude at magic, and I have always known him to be the sort of man who faces difficult decisions with unwavering composure. Furthermore, keywords are not only masters of interment, they also bend the hallways of Pandemonium to their will with creation magics. With all this in mind, I'm certain that so long as Speros guides them, the other warders are safe. Yeah, well, if you can create more and less rooms, then obviously. See why absolute control over the environment is imperative. Had we faced the campus upon earned sands instead of waterways, I suspect the battle would have ended much more quickly. Any case, if this Esperos is as capable in caring as you say, we would do well to seek him out as soon as we can. He has, like as not, taken your colleagues to a secure location. Lego. Safest place would be the innermost circle. From there they could flee to abysses if hard pressed. Even should they have sought safe haven within the other circles, if we make for the fourth, we ought to encounter him on the way. Indeed, and we shall gain a comprehensive understanding of the situation within, which will be essential in determining whether we ought to continue down to abysses. Right, of course, is that I myself possess no power to bend the circles to my will. Instead, we must proceed through the central corridor, which was barred by... Thanks, last I checked. Thanks, I've heard that name before. Fiery bird with life eternal. Eh? Beyond unquenchable brilliance, the perfected concept boasts nigh boundless restorative powers, if I recall. Truly an exemplary feat of creation magics. Fiction is ever built on the back of failure, however, and Laura suffered countless missteps during his experiments. I was hardly the only one. Phoenix will be but one of many attempts at concepts gone awry. Far from evoking wonder, our Phoenix is a creature of fear and wrath. Oh, okay. And seeks only to turn the world to ash. Thus, it was confined within the Pandemonium. Development of the concept continued elsewhere, but as the moons turned, more and more researchers abandoned the project as an impossibility. Same for Labria and his words. Fucking dorks. When I received word that at long last Labria had succeeded where so many others had failed, I was nearly overcome. Pray tell, how did the warders of Pandemonium celebrate their master's accomplishment? I don't believe we did. Research of the words of Labria has little consequence to our work here, save for those rare times it charges us with a new specimen. Truth be told, don't remember anyone making note of the occasion. Someone kicked him in the shins. That's why he is the way he is. But enough for anything. We must make ready to confront the Phoenix. While it's possible that it flew off to some other wing of Pandemonium, we would make that assumption at our own peril. Better to assume that we'll need to bring Fodlos's most unruly subject to heel. I certainly see no reason to delay. Phoenix's power over flame will avail it far less in Barren Corridor than elsewhere, so it may well serve us to subdue it sooner rather than later. Let go, my ego! Ooh, shiny. Also, I love this flooring design. No way, dude. Old glass that looks like old glass. Hello? What? Yeah, that, Yeah, this is not tickle me Elmo moment I want. I didn't ask for this. No, I'm good. Seems whoever is behind this can alter the space around us at will. We face an uphill battle. Also, are we not going to talk about that? Possible. Those were creation magics worked, and that means let's confront that reality after we have conquered the enemy in front of us. Drop of our focus shall be required if we are to enter the Phoenix. I'm not trying to figure out how the fuck you're supposed to pronounce it when it's spelled like that. Creepy vampire looking guy is this dude's master, is he not? He looks like it. Also, man, that is one of the most annoying things about this game. I understand that it's a storytelling device, and it has to be like it, but God, I hate meta knowledge. That is the worst thing that exists. Oh yeah, we have to circle. Do you need anything before we go in? Third circle. Also, we're creeping up on not being able to matchmake these activities, so it's probably a good time to call it anyway. When will you be available tomorrow? Also, if it's easier to just use party chat, you can use party chat. I don't really care if chat can read what you have to say or not. Because I'm gonna continue this tomorrow, or at least that's the plan. I just grabbed the message from the first attempt. Oh my god. Not first time, but no idea either. That's wonderful. No, fuck off. Saved it. Oh. Yeah, well. You know, I kind of deserve that one. You know, whoa, I'm gonna take that outside. Or am I supposed to use it on, okay, well, fine, be that way. Well, how the fuck was I supposed to know that I'm supposed to use that on something? It's a angry circle. You take the angry circle away from people. Oh, fuck off. Whoa. Go. How did I manage to put myself in harm's way this time? Oh. Oh, man. Come on. I am not being very helpful to this fight. Gosh. Night, night. I might be the only one here. Because cutscene stuff. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, I completely understood why when as soon as you did it, it didn't make any sense to me in the moment. Yeah, it isn't, but it is. I recognize the type of circle. As soon as you pulled me back to where I was supposed to be, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. With that, Phoenix is shackled once more. However, there is yet a matter of this arena. You've told us there is but one person in Asphodlos with the ability and authority to wield such magics. Though, unfortunately, it appears he has saved us the trouble of finding him. Temptable display as befits an inferior specimen. Okay, dude. Chill. So, I expected it would at least delay your advance. Imagine my surprise when I saw the chains of interment drag the phoenix back to its cage. Either the bird is even more of a failure than its creator cared to admit, or you are no mean trespassers. Hoped our suspicions were misplaced, but alas. Spiros, why? Why have you brought such chaos to your beloved pandemonium? Monium, pitiless, impenetrable, and utterly steadfast, unlike those charged with its keeping. Possessed you, I don't understand. You pester me with these inane questions. Think for yourself. Surely you can master a theory or two with that dimwit of yours. Then again, you've never been one for insight. I master and Law Brown suffers your mediocrity. I shall never understand. You may look like him, but you're not a Spiros. I know. Something has warped you. Too, from the inside out. A keyword I knew had compassion for all those under his charge, be they clad in robes or shackled in chains. Was that all a farce? Did you hide your contempt for us all these years? Those who are content to merely glimpse the water's surface are doomed to be dragged into its depths. That's not true. I float like a goddamn cork. You prove my opinion of you with every word. Mine is clearer than it has ever been. Even now, seeing you feebly grasp for answers makes the boil rise in my throat. Such wasted potential. To be son to Master Lawbrow, yet no more skilled with magic than a newborn babe. Of course, it's always about Lawbrow. You're not worthy to utter his name. But make up your mind, dude. Once be grateful to witness a feat beyond your mere abilities, beyond your shallow reckoning. I slipped the surly bones of mortality. Become one with our mythic creations and rid myself of imperfections. I stand upon the threshold of godhood. Do you though? Do you really though? Emethios, as a Emethios shall I serve Master Lawbrow, ever faithful unto the end of days. Yeah, well, we're done with the end of days. We fixed that. He shall require no other. Yeah, I think it's not. You so blinded by arrogance that you have lost sight of what it means to serve. This Eric figure next to us, I can't fucking pronounce his name, is more capable than you could ever know. It was thanks to his instruction I was able to master the art of interment. Both how to wield it and how to break free of it. I'm reading as fast as I can. Let us quit this place. Whatever poison has corrupted Speros' mind, it is plain his power far eclipses our own. Must have time to gather our strength. No. Weaklings though they may be, it takes a single attitude to master determined so quickly, to say nothing of how swiftly that familiar ladle of the phoenix. You know, regardless, their noble aims will be their undoing, where they further away their strength in calming the beasts. I continue my work, even should they survive long enough to reach the heart of my domain. Naught shall await them but doom. Eagerly await your arrival. Even dullards have their uses. Dude, there's so much reading in this game. I'm pretty sure that my my 6.0 playthrough, if you have like average reading skills, would be half. Darkest suspicions have been realized. We face the keyword of Asphodlos himself. More than that revelation, however, Eric worries me. I'm not even gonna try. In love with Virios for his compassion, but received naught but scorn from whatever the keyword has become. Has said little since our return. I only hope that the shock of recent events does not prove to be a death something or other for his result. What did I say? Aemon I think. Offer comforting count to Eric. It takes away some of the seriousness when you just shorten that name to Eric. Doesn't sound as daunting a task. Much as I am though to disturb so soon after what just occurred, I'm afraid circumstances do not afford us the luxury of time. Perhaps it will do him well to speak about recent events concerning both the keyword and his father. Yeah. I'm doing my best. I don't read faster. Creation of the world where it surrounds pandemonium was an astounding feat of magical prowess, feat accomplished by none other than Lawbrow. That both my father and I can bind others in chains is perhaps the only thing we have in common. Oh, so it is true. Lawbrow's son, bereft of his talent for magics or his brilliant mind, but his son nonetheless. Surely this doesn't come entirely as a surprise to you. Yeah, they stick with me better if I have to read them myself. But for like convenience sake and consistent pacing, I would absolutely love if everything was voiced. Had an inkling when you said you had practiced ethereal shackles since childhood, assuming you haven't been employed here quite that long. It had to indicate some long-held connection with Law Brown. So Law Brown taught me how to cast ethereal shackles, but that was it. Further education was overseen by the words of Law Brown, more specifically my mother, who was a researcher there. Don't dip your pen in company ink, my dudes. Don't do it. Speak of Athena, chief keyword for Law Brown. She is your mother, yes? See, I'm telling you, there is not a fucking intelligent thought in that head to be found anywhere. How astute. I can see now why you were chosen to lead this investigation. You've the right of it. Athena was my mother, and it was she who invited me to join her here. Laura Brown had nothing to do with it. There is little love lost between you two. What I cannot see is why Laura Brown was appointed chief keyword when another was already in place. Was in place. My mother is no longer with us. Umbrella was all too eager to assume her responsibilities with near a moment spared to mourn her. Love do I owe him now, when he offered not one drop of compassion then. That's... See, he's no longer with us. An expression to convey the end of life. You are something else, huh? Only the public face of Brown, while he is lauded for his ability to maintain composure in the face of unnerving circumstances, I must admit that oft comes across as cold. Apologies, but can we speak of something else? This topic isn't an easy one for me to discuss. Yet, obviously. Of course, there are more pressing matters at hand after all, namely, how do we deal with Hesperos? Have yet to see the other warders. Judging by what we know, we can surmise that Hesperos has confined them somewhere beyond our grasp. And now that he is aware of our presence, he will be preparing for our next encounter. Cannot expect to face him on equal footing. Quite the opposite, in fact. Every moment we spend chasing after the creations is another moment Hesperos can contrive another advantage for himself. Wisest course would be to find him first and foremost. Said that he's become one with the creations. Perhaps that means he is vulnerable to interment. In theory, that should be possible. However, is it enough merely to confine him after all he has done? I need to know why. I need to know what drove him to forsake everything he's worked for. Was it all truly so he could serve his master? To my mind, he's merely put Lombrow's work at risk in trade for some nebulous power. Brown is the chief keyword of Pandemonium. How would throwing it into disarray win his favor? Doesn't make any sense. Share your curiosity, but we must consider that our enemy has us at a disadvantage in every sense. What do you think? Should we seek to put him in fetters, or would it be too dangerous to allow him quarter? If you fail to confine him, like, you can always murder. That is the correct answer. Daring as ever, I see. No, not which trials you have faced in your past, but to see you so certain is all the convincing I need. Very well. Let us try Eric's plan. Yeah. Thank you. Maybe I can shed some light on the nature of our foe. When Esperon spoke with us, I noticed he bore the telltale fangs of... The what now? Something koalas. Beast which feeds off of the ether of its prey. Likely that is the creation Esperos merged his essence with. Okay. Know all too well that he can change the environment around himself at will. Battle will not be an easy one, but I believe in our victory. Ah. I don't know. I couldn't read the thing. There was something in there that had some semblance. And that's what I got out of it. You know. Just reading disability things. Another circle. I'm starting to get dizzy. Ooh, final fight. Oh, do you need anything before we go? Or... Yeah, they make weird sounds and they don't make any sense, and... It's stupid. Discord payment failed. Yeah, I know. I'm broke, dude. Chill. You'll get your money tomorrow. Yeah, Final Fantasy section. Wait, you didn't need anything? We're just got, like, let's go. Is that where we are? Still had more fights to go after this one. True. If I can... Let's go. Yeet. I think that's a good place to end regardless. Because then I can waddle my ass out of here. And, like, clean up some retainers and stuff and then go eat. Because I'm not on the meds anymore, I am hungry all the time. Yeah, because then we're going into the next circle. Yeah, there was no reason to take them when all I got was like raised heart rate. I kind of worry for my heart possibly exploding, and I don't want to deal with that. Fucking Dracula. What the fuck does this mean? What? Well, everyone is going over here, so I guess I'm going over here too. And then I was yoinked over there, so I didn't really have a choice. I mean, it's definitely not perfect. This poor excuse of a black mage that I am. But I do think I do a fairly good job of sliding. Ooh. What the fuck happened there? Oh. We'll take a little bit of everything. Apparently not the bat, though. I wanted the bat. Like, they didn't show, or we just, like, completely fucked up? Now, Themis, we end this here. Fools. I'll not be put in chains. I would fall before someone such as you. Perhaps I should have treated you as more than a mere nuisance. I don't know. I've never been there before. Despite your victory, you shall never have the knowledge you seek. Secrets of my transformation, the secrets of my deception, they shall return to the star with me. Wasting your breath. Have the upper hand now. Surely you can see that. Yes, my repertoire is not exhausted yet, however. Although I have failed, my end shall be on my terms. And loyal to my very last. Come what may, I die with dignity. Ambition lead you so astray. You're better than that. Stars shine more brightly than any other in Praetorium. Pandemonium. Praetorium. Laters, dude. Get some good rest, and maybe you can join for more tomorrow. Yeah, Laura's respect, his trust was more that you seek. You would forsake all that and saw your legacy besides. Him so blinded by his own desires that he lost sight of his duty. In the end, he lost everything, and his plans lie in tatters. I fail to see any dignity in that. Even so, would have liked to know why he chose this path. Infatuation with your father was his undoing. Perhaps he was jealous that fate had chosen you and not him to be Larbrael's son. So terrible did this jealousy become that he sought the verboten power that Brea would be unable to ignore. It does a pursuit for respect warp one's heart so? Does infatuation with one person turn into contempt for everyone else? Never heard of such a thing. It's not as uncommon as you think. See, I admit I cannot but find it vexing, but perhaps that signifies not but my own capacity for bitterness. Do you understand what it is to have a beacon to follow in dark times, a person you trust to guide you through? How it is to desperately wish their light would fall upon you again. But we have spent enough time assuming the intentions of the departed. There are the living to consider. We must find the other warders and round up the remaining creations forthwith. That at least we can be certain. I believe I can be of help in that matter. Influence of Hesperos's magic is fading throughout the Svodlos. Now is the perfect opportunity to seize control of the facilities and restore things to their original state. Seize control? You can really do that? What? What is this presence? What lies beyond that threshold? That's the passage which connects Svodlos to Abyssos. Why? Be on your guard, you two. And as Svodlos is free of obstructions, I can more easily sense disturbance in the lower levels. Something stirs in Abyssos. Oh, that's one of them there big boy words. Fording sigil? How? Let us return to the gates for now. I should like to appraise the situation from there. Needless to say, our investigation is far from over. Okay, I don't remember if this just like heads into the next stage. There's more reading to do. Although we have defeated Hesperos, it appears we have but scratched the surface of Pandemonium's troubles. Head is still swimming with questions, but could this mean that Hesperos wasn't actually behind this? It is a stark possibility, yes. The root of this crisis may lie somewhere much deeper than even Abyssos. When we first encountered you, you said the memories of your escape were vague and that your senses were muddled. I believe this was more than the result of a panicked mind. You were made to feel this way by a powerful magical influence. It is possible that this same magic could have poisoned Hesperos's heart, twisting his affection for Labrea into a burning obsession. Then, in his altered state, he was made an offer of power he could not refuse. Right. Are you suggesting that someone else turned Hesperos into that thing? If so, it stands to reason that they wouldn't stop at him. Indeed, our mysterious mastermind does not lack for subjects for his experiments. For more potential Amethioi. If what you're saying is true, then my colleagues, they're doomed to share the same fate as Hesperos. Not necessarily, but kinda. Do not lose heart yet. Hesperos challenged us alone, and that tells me that the process of his creation was a long and taxing one. If he was the first Hemetios, then the rest of the warders are likely still alive. However, much as I would like to hasten deeper into Pandemonium, the way forward is sealed off. We must focus our efforts on finding a way through. With the creation still having free reign of Fodlos, that won't be easy. On the contrary, I yet retain control of these circles, and thus can wield interment magic within their halls at will. The creatures will pose no threat to us. Just like that, then nothing stopping us from returning order to Asphodlos. Just so. I shall require your expertise to keep the peace after the subjects have been returned to their confinement, however. You are Asphodlos' sole remaining warder after all. Truth be told, I did not expect this investigation to become so involved. Of course, I would like to resolve matters here without resorting to outside help, but do you mean to send a report to Labrea? Tis too soon to say. I must first find a way into Abyssus. It would be best to withhold our judgment until we have ascertained the whereabouts of the other warders and the identity of the party responsible for their disappearance. Agreed. Even so, if it means saving even a single life within Pandemonium, then I'm not above asking Labrea for help, should it come to that. Recent discoveries certainly paint Hesperos's actions in a new light. Number of unknown elements in this investigation grows, and we must proceed forward with the utmost caution. Ah, yes, caution. That's the thing. That's definitely a thing we have. To that end, we shall remain here for the time being. Much as I enjoy your company, I do not believe we shall be needing protection so long as we remain in Fodlos. You should take this time to rest. Surely you are weary, and there may be more battles ahead of us. Themis' burden may grow heavier in your absence, but he's shown he's more than capable to bear it. Still, I would help wheresoever I'm able. All we've achieved so far has been thanks to you too, and I mean to repay the debt I owe. I don't know what use I can be outside of placating the creatures, but I'll find a way. Nonsense, you owe us nothing. It was thanks to your knowledge of the magics which govern this place that we were able to come this far. Elsewise, we would have likely succumbed to the hippocampus's assault. Each of us has arrived at this dire pass by separate paths, but it is only by combining our respective expertise that we will reach the end of it and see Pandemonium saved. Ja. Thank you. Spiros' words seem to have affected me more than I realize. Together we've come this far, and together we'll reach the end. Have no doubt we will. Even so, let us allow Omega a rest. Besides, you have someone awaiting a report on your progress. Yes. Dare say your story will be much more than they ever imagined. Alright, so we have to... We have to go to here. Alright, so we're coming up on the end of this, like, first patch quest chain. So... I think we just finish this, and then we... Then we call it there. Claudian. Welcome. Back from the past, none the worse for wear, I see. So what did you find? There is evil afoot in Pandemonium, an already ominous place, I must say. Mythic beasts and missing orders. Truly, we are fortunate to see you returned to us in one piece. It appears the one voice Omega heard from the crystal spoke the truth. As for who left it behind and why, those are yet questions to be answered. Indeed, could be someone who lived among the ancients. Or it could be someone trying to avert a tragedy from the future. Much remains shrouded in mystery. Yet, ilm by ilm, we shall unveil that mystery with the help of Omega, of course. By her actions was the fabric of the past reshaped, yet she returned to the same present she left. which can only mean one thing, that her intervention in Pandemonium's crisis is but one of the countless building blocks of history upon which our present has been built. There's no telling what oh god, I suddenly can't say this word. Consequences would arise if we stop pursuing this matter now. Whatever plot is unraveling within Pandemonium, we must not let it reach its conclusion. If one of those creatures should escape, what ripples would carry forth to the future? They might wreak havoc upon the world of the ancients, and their despair would leave an indelible mark upon history's pages. That despair would only feed the terrible beasts that arose during the final days. The first final days already had a drastic effect on the eons that followed. If the scars it left were made even deeper, then we risk losing our present entirely. Whatever the cost, our connection with the future of Elpis must be preserved. I know I've asked much of you already, but can I count on you to continue your work in Pandemonium? Of course. Tireless efforts are much appreciated. If there is aught we can do to ease your burden, you need only say the word. Speaking of which, might you return the crystal into our keeping? While we cannot accompany you to the past, perhaps something can be gained by researching it further. Shines just as splendidly as the day we met. We shall begin work right away, but I cannot promise any meaningful results for some time, as matters in Elpis seems to be in a similar state. I must ask that you rest. Before that, allow me to make an introduction. As our research moves into this critical stage, I found it only suitable to recruit another assistant. Lenny is an expert in armaments from throughout history, be they from the far-flung past or made in the most modern forges. Should you find aught of interest in your adventures, bring it here and she will be glad to offer her services. Know researchers in numerous fields that would love to get their hands on artifacts from bygone eras and would give goods in return that should aid you in trials ahead. Furthermore, if you ever wish to peruse the records of events you've reported here, MDG has been taking faithful and thorough notes. She is at your complete disposal. Sense that we have embarked upon something monumental, something that will dwarf all else I have accomplished in my many years of research. I can think of no greater honor nor reassurance than to have your capable assistance in this endeavor. If there is anything to be found that will contribute to your success, we shall find it. And not rest until we've unlocked all the mysteries of this crystal, and you will be the first to know when we do. Torkable. should grab some of these. Oh yeah, because you get books from Savage. Oh god. Then there definitely isn't anything else. That's pretty good. That's kind of whatever. Are the boots good? No. Well, yes, but they're more like the lightning boots. So I don't particularly care, if I'm being completely honest. That has way other more interesting use cases. Glove is nice though. I don't care about that at all. Alright. Personally, thank you for your contribution to our research. Stories of the ancient creations have planted the seeds of a great many theories. Can't wait for them to flourish. Recount tales. Sir Claudian has asked me to write detailed records of your investigations. If you wouldn't mind staying for a while, I would ask you to tell me more of your... Whoa. More of your adventures in the past. Adventures that started with that mysterious crystal seemingly containing a message declaring a crisis in this pandemonium. Of course, Professor Claudian will eventually make a report, but we are deficient on concrete facts at present. Ooh, still going, yeah. We're just wrapping up, kinda. So at the end, I suppose, a comprehensive catalogue of the beast you encountered in the Asphodlos circles would be a fine starting point. Yes, I require every gory detail, every hair-raising description. You know, I've brought the volumes you asked for, but are you quite certain we need all of this just to research the crystals? Some of these habitats of aquatic life forms, myths and folklore of the phoenix, for example, seem to have little bearing on the subject. In fact, many of these tomes seem to be related to the creatures of pandemonium Omega spoke of. Surely we have better things to do around time. Omega's already encountered and subdued them, so what use could further insight offer? On the contrary, we would be remiss in our duty as academics not to take every opportunity to learn more of these subjects, to view the creatures of bygone times through the lens of modern science is a dream so few have the chance to achieve. Of course, I'll not deny a personal interest in the matter. As I thought. While there were enough relevant volumes for me to fulfill your request this once, if you wish to sate your appetite for knowledge again, might you do so on your own time? Shall we proceed? Tell me everything you remember, and please spare not a single detail. I don't easily frighten you, may be assured. Might start with your battle with this transformed warder. Was it? Eric. I would also like to hear of the keyword and the nature of his metamorphosis. Oh shit. Wait. Create mode. How far are you in story? Have you done the first dungeon of Endwalker? Oh my god, I just realized something. You need to do so much other content before any of the things you're coming up on make sense. Thank you for the priceless information. While I'm disappointed I couldn't behold your foes with my own eyes, story have given me more than enough to write sufficiently thorough descriptions. Perhaps we should also include basic theories concerning the growth and behavior of these creatures. It would give our little catalog some flavor, wouldn't you agree? Could start with, oh, I have it. Aquatic life forms in our time have been observed to grow to sizes that are orders of magnitude larger than their larval forms. In fact, it may not be so preposterous to posit that the hippocampus you encountered was merely the larval form of a much more massive and, I dare say, horrific entity. Now, don't look at me and like I'm some mad magus. Breakthroughs have been precipitated by even wilder theories than that. As the professor always say, we mustn't let logic stand in the way of brilliance. Till proven one way or another, even every hypothesis is a valid one. There is nothing quite like the ambrosia of inspiration. Are we making records or creating fairy tales? Create mode. Hello? If you're still here, dude. Stuff. Knowledge. You need some knowledge. As long as I make a note in the margins of my records indicating that a theory is unproven, we can let our imaginations run wild. Yes, I said ours. You needn't be a researcher to have an idea that will leave its mark for generations. Dude, you're kind of crazy. I also love that when you unlock Savage, you get a quest marker, but you don't get a quest. So you just, like, kind of can continue as you see fit. Oh, it's raining out here. I need to go over here. Because we can travel here for free and then we can always go. This is one of the most common lambs I think I ever see for a red mage. Also, they have the bat that I didn't get from the raid. Distance, there is a possibility they will sell. Oh, I can't sell them. Neo-ish choker. What's the price on that? Didn't make me no money. bitch. Dude, I'm so serious occasionally. We desensitized the sand egg. Dude, I got the exact same pieces again. That's a pretty nifty Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Okay, because I can always travel to here for free, because it's a security token location. So we're gonna utilize that to actually park ourselves back here in Alda. Also, for anyone listening who haven't heard me state this already, if you don't know how consistent you will be playing ahead of the 28th, go to an inn whenever you do play and log out through a bed. I don't know why. We don't know why. But for some reason, it's easier to get logged in during high congestion hours if you're doing so from a bed. Right. To be fair, MSQ doesn't make any sense post Realm Reborn if you haven't done the Realm Reborn raids, which is kind of stupid. Cause like optional content. But yeah, I'm gonna park myself here and then I'm gonna fuck off. I desperately need some food, so I'm gonna go find some food. I should be back tomorrow. More stuff. My game crashed because it likes to do that occasionally. Who's live? Do we have someone to raid? No. We do not. Okay. Chat, good luck. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Also, well, that's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, go check out Create Mode. Create Mode will be going live soon. So, yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. More raids. Bye-bye.